And good evening. What a busy day. Right now, crews are working to repair a massive water main break causing flooding on Houston's east side.
And TxDOT crews are pumping out water that shut down the East Loop at Clinton in both directions. People across the city are dealing with low water pressure or no water at all. If you have City of Houston water, you are being asked to boil your water until 3 p.m. tomorrow.
Also, there have been closures. HISD, no classes tomorrow. And it's going to be several more hours before that water line is repaired. The mayor encouraging Houstonians to conserve water until all of this is fixed. We have live team coverage on the flooding and closures and how it's all impacting people across the city, starting with Adam Bennett. How much longer will the repairs take, Adam?
Well, Lynn, the mayor thinks it could take another 4 to 6 hours to repair those lines, but reopening 610, that's a bit harder to say. Now, the good news, you can see behind me, the water's gone. It is almost dry except for just a few wet spots on the pavement. Far cry from what we saw even just a couple of hours ago. Now you can see off in the distance that those TxDOT crews are cleaning the debris off of the road. Then they have to check to see whether they need to make any repairs. And a spokesperson told me until they really know what they're dealing with, it's hard to give an exact estimate of when 610 could reopen. Now, this has been going on all afternoon. This break happened about 12:30 this afternoon. The mayor says that a city contractor was repairing an existing slow leak not far from here, around 610 in Clinton. And he said when they were removing the dirt from the line, that's when it burst. This line was 8 feet wide and 35 years old. The mayor says this shows why replacing aging infrastructure is so critical. Now he says city crews are working, quote, feverishly to restore it.
And so for them to be able to make the effective repairs, that water has to be drained out about 6 to 8 hours. Now, the amount of water that's coming off those lines, the amount of water is going down. So it's not as much as several hours ago, but there's still a lot of water in the system.
And at least 12 cars flooded. Fire crews did rescue 3 people and checked 40 homes. And Chief Sampagna told us that thankfully nobody was hurt and they had not found any water in any of those homes. Now, the chief says they are stationing water tanker trucks in areas like this that have low water pressure, just as a precaution in case they do need to fight fires in these areas. And Houston Health Department says that any food service establishment that does not have water or flushing toilets, those need to close until this situation returns back to normal. Len and Mia?
Yes, we still have a way to go. Thanks so much, Adam Bennett reporting. The 610 East Loop is still closed, even though the water is gone. Chris Costa is live along Clinton Drive near where the main broke. Chris, it's a much different scene from just an hour ago.
Yeah, Mia, that's correct. We actually had to be moved back from where crews are draining all of the water out from where that pipe originally burst. It's going along this trench here. That's where they're putting all of that water for now. Police have not told us yet when they plan to reopen Clinton Drive, but we know that it is still closed at this time, especially because of that high water over the entrance and exit ramps there that lead to 610. Now, earlier today, several inches of water covered Clinton Drive. People could not even get out of their driveways at certain points because of all the water that was over the road. It was several inches deep. Houston firefighters said there were no reports of any homes damaged in this area. They did survey this area. Some people who live around here say they lost water in their homes around 11 o'clock this morning, and they say this area does not typically flood.
What's that?
Not like this. Not like this. So this is kind of bad. This is bad on us, on our neighborhood.
It was slow at first, and then it was a big rush. It was a big rush, and it just started going southbound. Started going southbound, and it's like the freeway, the entrance to the freeway, the exit off the freeway was like a big drain for it, and it was all just going down on the freeway.
So officials are asking people to conserve water so that they can keep whatever remaining water pressure they might have in their homes. As we said earlier, TxDOT not giving a timeline yet on when 610 is going to reopen. Houston Police, we're still waiting to hear from them on when Clinton Drive, that stretches from Galena Park all the way towards east of downtown, could reopen as well. Back to you.
Going to take some time, Chris. Thanks. So let's take a closer look at just how big the water main break is. That line is 96 inches. That is 8 feet. Compare that to this pickup truck, which is about 79 inches from top to bottom. And Mayor Turner says this line provides 40 to 50% of all the water in the city of Houston. The break caused a mess for businesses, the zoo, and colleges all closing early today.
Anayeli Ruiz is at the University of Houston, but let's focus first on HISD. They will be closed tomorrow, Anayeli.
Well, that's right. HISD will be closed tomorrow. All of the schools and campuses. And today, the University of Houston closed at around 1 p.m. after most of their campus had water outage issues. A lot of the students didn't even get a chance to eat, and that's where the food trucks came to the rescue today. Now, luckily, they were all here, and they had vending machines also and the convenience stores for the students. But all of this mess was caused by the major water main break. But as soon as the campus closed, many students who live off of campus decided just to go home. Everybody was getting out here. Everybody was leaving at the same time and caused a little bit of traffic, but most of the students tell us that the restrooms and the water fountains were completely closed off, and some students who live in the dorms are a little bit concerned about their living situation.
I don't know, my parents told me they want to take me home, but I'll see. I don't know what I'll do. I might just wait until they give us whatever emergency preparations they have.
For anyone who is staying on campus, I mean, our priority is to make sure that, one, they don't have to travel off campus to find the essentials since they do live here. And so while they are here, we want to make sure they do have everything that they need.
And again, to accommodate those 7,000 students, the university has brought in water, porta potties, and they're also bringing in box lunches for the dining halls. The university tonight will have to monitor the situation and decide if tomorrow they want to reopen the campus. But again, HISD will be closed tomorrow. Guys, we'll send it back to you.
Such a big impact, this one water main. Thanks so much, Aniele, reporting.